After leaving Uchiko Town, I came to the most popular city in Shikoku, Matsuyama City in Ehime prefecture, with a population of approximately 500,000 people. The city also known as the City of Hot Springs, Castle, and Literature.
Hey guys, so for the next few days I'll be exploring the Matsuyama City in Ehime prefecture, and then there are so many places in this city that I want to visit. So I kind of divided the city areas into three parts. One is the area that's around the Matsuyama Castle, and then the second part is the area around the Matsuyama Station. Then the last one is the area around Dogo Onsen, since Matsuyama City is very famous for its hot spring called Dogo Onsen. And since I'm staying at a very reasonable hotel in the Dogo area, so I've decided to explore Dogo Onsen area first. And then also since today is raining, so I think for the castle it's better to have a nice weather. So that's why we decided to explore this Dogo area. And then so let me first go to the Dogo Onsen station area where you can find many interesting things. So let's go get there. So here is the area and the first view you get after you get off from this Dogo Onsen station. And then you can come here by bus or taxi, and also there's like a tram in this Matsuyama City. So there's like a Starbucks, and also here's like a Dogo, there's a name for that street saying Dogo at the top of the ornament of the design, and he has many interesting things already. So that's like a toke, karakuri doke, having like a door that comes out in every hour, which I'm going to see later. So anyway, I'm gonna share what I'm seeing in detail. So the first thing is that it's like a train that was once used in this Iyo Railroad, and so actually this Matsuyama City is very famous for a novel called Botchan, and Botchan, which is like published more than 100 years ago, and it was written by a novelist called Natsume Soseki, who is one of the most classical, popular Japanese novelists in Japan, and who's known to everybody in my country, since his works are always in the textbooks of elementary school and junior high, I think. So the Botchan is about a person who used to live in Tokyo, but started working in this Matsuyama City as a mathematics teacher, and the story is based on experiences of Soseki himself, as he worked as an English teacher in Matsuyama City. So there's like many descriptions about the places in this Matsuyama City in that Botchan, the story. And so one thing is this train, and here is a description in the literature saying 停車場はすぐ知れた、切符もわけなかった、乗り込んでみると町箱のような汽車だ、うんぬんかんぬんが詰めそう気象水坊ちゃんより。 So this is talking about this train that was running in this Iyo Railroad during the time, which was Meiji 20. Yeah, the book was published more than 100 years ago. So then this train is now called Botchan Resha. And then here you can see, so this Matsuyama City, you can get in this tram, which is very convenient, and you can get to the city center by paying 210 yen. And so yeah, it looks pretty cute actually. I like this. Okay. So this is like the outlook of the Dogo Onsen station, as I've said. So this Starbucks looks really nice, using like a very modern classical style of the building, I think. And then so this Dogo hot spring is actually like said to be the most oldest hot springs in Japan. So this street is called Dogo Haikara Dori, and then you can see a lot of like restaurants and like souvenir shops along the way. I'm gonna explore later, but before going there, let's check this watch It says welcome to Dogo Hot Spring, and it's called Botchan Karakuri Doke. So this one was so it's like having like a door that's gonna come every 1 hour, and then it's going to play a music also. So it's gonna take about 5 minutes until then. So let's wait here. So this is like the map of this Matsuyama City, and especially like a Dogo area. So I'm going to explore most of them today, and then some of them are hot springs, and then some of them are shrines. So it started writing up itself, and then there's like a lot of people ready to take pictures. Whoa. Wow, it's going up. So there's like a heroine at the top. Oh. 네, 面白い. Oh. Wow, still goes up. Hey. So she's giving us a guide. Nice.
霊場88カ所の一世紀をはじめ数多くの神社仏閣がございます。どうぞごゆっくり松山の旅をお楽しみください。
Yeah, I've just saw this Karakuri clock, and it was very interesting. And then, so one thing that I want to share is that so this Dogo hot spring is, as I've said, it's like the oldest in Japan, having like a 3,000 years history. And then how it started was, there are several myths, and then one of them is that so people in this area found a heroine whose legs were injured, and then he was bathing in hot water that was found in the gaps of rocks, and then the heroine got healed a few days later and then flew away, and then people who saw it, like farmers who saw it, wondered how that hot water works, and then they bathed themselves in the water and then felt really comfortable and then healed. So that's how, and then that area was said to be the regions of this Dogo area. So and then that's one of the stories how it started. The other story is that so as I was exploring the Tsukunahiko Shrine in the Ozu area, Ozu city, and then that Tsukunahiko god and also Okuni no Tsukuri, he is also like one who was developing this country with the Tsukunahiko, two gods together. And then one time Tsukunahiko got injured, and the Okuni no Tsukuri, he poured hot water onto the Tsukunahiko, and then he got felt healed. That's the area that Tsukunahiko got healed was also said to be the Dogo area. And then the last story was that so like in this hot spring Dogo Onsen was also mentioned in the classical literature, Nihon Shoki. That's one of the classical literatures that talk about the Japanese gods and then how that story of the country started. And then anyway, so this third story was that so like in Asuka period during like I think it was the 7th 5th to 8th century, around that time. So there was like a person called Prince Shotoku Taishi, who is one of the most notable politicians during the time. And he is said to have bathed himself and healed himself in the areas of this Iyo area. So that's like the stories. So anyway, so based on the first story that I mentioned, the heroine, you can see a lot of symbols of heroines in the buildings and many places in this Dogo area. For example, you can see a heroine at the top of this karakuri clock, and so that's like kind of like a symbol symbolizing the hot spring in this area. In this guide, you can see a heroine as well. And then so here it's like a ashiu, where you can bathe your feet, and then you can so it's starting from 6 o'clock in the morning to 11 at night. So maybe I can try this later. So it's called Hoshoen Ashu. Wow, so it's started in Meiji 24. So this is said to be a place where that heroine healed himself, putting that his injured legs onto it. Cool. So here is also interesting statue of a person from Matsuyama City, and his name is called Matsuyama Shiki. I think he's not very well known in other countries, but he's very famous in Japan as a person to have brought about the advancement of reform in modern literature. And he is actually he was from Matsuyama City, and he studied about the literature, and then worked in a newspaper company, and then he's published many works about tanka and then also haiku. His works influenced many people in the literature field. For example, as I've said, so Natsume Soseki and Soseki and Masaoka Shiki actually lived together for 50 days in Matsuyama, as Soseki was working as an English teacher. And then also one of the features about him is that so he loved baseball and played himself when he was young. And like this statue, he's in the baseball uniform, and he has created many works about baseball as well, and also introducing many terms of baseball into Japanese. For example, pitcher and batter, runner, and the straight ball. So these are the words that were translated by him and introduced in Japan, which greatly contributed to boost the recognition of baseball, and then eventually, influenced how baseball got popular in Japan, and leading to the successes of MLB Japanese players. So yeah, that's what's about him. And then so in this Matsuyama area, you can see facilities related to this Shiki, and also, as I've said, Natsume Soseki, and especially his work is called Bochan. So that's about Shiki, and then this Karakuri Doke. So I'm gonna explore that Dogo, Haikara Dori kana? Yeah. So inside this Haikara Dori, there's a lot of places you can stop by and then take a look that are very specific about this Matsuyama area. And so for example, here you can find very easily the restaurants that you can enjoy, like Thai Meshi, which is a very popular local specialty in Ehime prefecture, like this Thai Meshi. And here's also Ehime's table, and then using a lot of wow, suge. Oh, this is very interesting. So you can have many types of orange juice using so many different types of oranges. Wow, it's very interesting. Here's a odango shop, and here you can find this Fukukun, dog called Fukukun. Konnichiwa. It's like the magazine talks about the lady here and then the dog. Maybe I want to try that botchan dango. You can have it like individually. So let me try. So I just bought this dango, and then it's very nice that she's prepared a tea as well. So this shop, お店の名前なんですか？お店なんていうの？白鷺堂だ。So this shop called 白鷺堂 has been running since Taisho era, so it's been more than 100 years. And then the lady here is like the third generation, which is amazing. ふくちゃん、わかんない。バイバイ。あ、すごい。お団子もこれですか？すごい。
そうですね、そちらの機械
これ作ってるんですか？へー。
文字が書いてる方にお餅。
あ、はい。
最後にあんが。
あ、そうなんですね。なるほど。So the machine on my side is having like a mochi, and the other one having like a anko. Wow. これ白崎堂さんでした。ごちそうさまでした。ありがとうございました。
はい、ありがとうございます。
So here I found a good place to visit called Dogo pudding, and it's like a cream pudding using like a puree of orange, and it's open till 7 o'clock. So I think I'm gonna have it after taking a bath, somewhere. And then the interior looks really cute. Yeah, I like it. Later. There's also a odango store, but the lady said that this Yuzarashi dango, which is said to be the one that Natsume Soseki actually liked very much. This store called Tsuboya-san is it's open in the Meiji 16 nen, so it's probably running more than 120-30 years. And then the first generation of this Tsuboya-san was actually loved by Soseki himself. So I'm gonna come here later and have that odango, since I need to have a space for lunch. So here's just so many shops that looking really interesting. So I'm gonna visit that odango store, and then also pudding. So not really sure how much sugar I'm taking during my stay here, but it's Oh wow, what's that? ボタンの商品やってます。へえ、何これ？茶箱。Oh, interesting. So there's a saying in Japanese called chakasu, which is like a make fun of something. And then so this vending machines, like a fake vending machines, like selling like a chabako, which is like a tea leaves. And then because the cigarette is in Japanese we say tabako, and then but here it's selling since the tea leaves in Japanese is ocha, so it's selling the tea. That's why it's saying like chabako, not tobacco. And then you put this and bring it to that register. You can buy this tea leaves with this. It's interesting. And finally, what you can see is this Dogo Onsen Honkan here. Okay, first about this building. So this one is like a wooden structure, and then 3 stories, having the symbol of heroine at the top, and then it's actually pretty huge. If I go around, you can still see how huge this building is. And then the main part of this building was built in 1894, and it's been more than 130 years since it was built first. Then so now it was restored several times, and then a part of the building was still now being repaired, but now you can go inside and then take a bath, and then you can also go up to the 2nd and 3rd floor to rest. So these are the rooms you can go in, and then there's one called Bochanoma. That's where Natsume Soseki actually rested. So I'm going to take a bus sometime in the next few days in this place as well. So as I've said, this building was built first in 1894. And then the person who became a mayor of this city, Dogo area, at the time is called Isaniwa Yukiya. And then he is the one who first repaired this main building. But it cost 13,800 yen. At the time, it was such a huge money. For example, like a monthly payment for, average person is like 8 yen. And then considering that, so 13,500 yen would be like 28 oku yen for the current price, which is so huge. And then I was surprised to know that how much amount of money he needed, and then, but he was very decisive to make this Matsuyama City evolving as a place for hot spring. And then so he got threatened by other people in the city trying to stop the repairing because of the amount of money needed. But he kept persuading the people in the city. So somehow he actually made it repaired. And then also what was really interesting was that so he has then created a company called Dogo Onsen to invite the railroad company to have a having a railroad to this Dogo area so that people can come to this place to use the hot springs. So that's how he had very much contributed to this evolution of this Matsuyama City as a hot spring place destination. So that was interesting. So anyway, so that's for this Dogo Onsen Honkan. So let me see the building closely so you can see the sign of heroines. Speaking of heroine, have you watched Boy and the Heroine? How did you like it? So this hot spring is actually something that is said to be a model of Sento Chihiro. There are many places that is said to be like models of Sento Chihiro's movie by Studio Ghibli. So Mr. Miyazaki has been inspired by many places in Japan, I guess. So it's not very like a specific one place that influenced him to create that kind of animation. But anyway, going back to this place, so Shinrokaku no Taiko. So it says that so there's like drums that is played 3 times in a day, in the morning at noon and at night at 6 o'clock, 12 times, 6 times, to tell the people it's the time. And then it used to be played every 1 hour, but now it's like 3 times in a day. And I can't see that from now, but it's really interesting feature of this hot spring. So yeah, you can enjoy the very decorative exterior of this building, and it's actually very huge like that. And then there are 2 other hot springs I actually want to visit. One was built by, designed by a very famous architect in Japan called Kurokawa Kisho. And that's going to be like a few minutes from here. Other one is said to be somewhere near here as well. Okay. And then here is the onsen called Asuka no Yu, which is outlook is like resembling some kind of buildings built in Asuka period. The motif is a building in the Asuka era, since partition Prince Shotoku in the Asuka era, is said to have visited and bathed in this Dogo hot springs. So that's why they are trying to have a look of that kind of era. So I'll stop by this place. They are open for like a day trip hot spring, so I can stop by there maybe for the next few days. Then I've just finished having lunch. I am thinking of having pudding, Dogo pudding that I wanted to have for dessert after lunch. Okay. Okay, came back. So the most popular one is like the orange flavor, as Ehime is most popular for orange. But they also have many other different kind of flavors like coffee, milk, and matcha and muscat. So I'll go with this the most popular one. So I just bought the Dogo pudding, and I'm gonna have it. But just seeing the interior of this place, and it's the motif of the design is like a cat and in the hot springs, so that you can see these extra ornaments are really like resembling like the interior of the hot springs, where you take off your clothes, and he has cats that are going to the hot springs, and it's like a photo spot. So cute. I like it. Okay. And Dogo prefectures. Oh, so the upper part you can see full of oranges. Up there. Yeah, looks good. So I found this interesting place where you can shoot like how to say target. It's called a shateki. It's like a old type of play game. Yeah, it's a game. Oh wow, many people have visited here actually. Wow, Chinese 国分さん。すげえ。Let's try. いいですか？
はい、どうぞ。
おお、すごい。ジョンソン。あ、TBS に出てる。じゃあ一回
どうぞ。
いくらでしたっけ？ポイント400円ね。これは装填はここでいいのかな？
先端に入れて。
ここ。ここに入れんだ。
そしてレバーを引いてね。
あ、なるほど。ここでいいんですかもう。で、
レバー、右のレバーをガチャッと。
これ引く。痛いなちょっと。お、あった。ここでセットできたんですか？
はい、そうです。
OK。むずっ。一応大きいのからいこう。忘れた。あ、セットしてなかった。そういうこと。おー、いった。当たりました。1点。Okay, I've just finished having the shateki. It was okay. So then I will start also exploring these areas around this Dogo Onsen Honkan again. Oh, so this looks good. So that's where you can see like the entire view of the Dogo Onsen Honkan while you are enjoying the food spa until 9 o'clock. This says Sora no Sanpodo. It's like a pathway of sky. And from here you can look down the entire building, I guess. Wow. Wow, so cool. Look at that. すごい。Oh, なんつったっけ? So at the top, right below the the symbol of heroine, you see like a window looks in red. That's where the like the special type of glass is used, and then it was actually, I think it's like it started being used when mayor decided to restore this place. He put that I think the red glass, trying to make this place as a symbol of the city. And then there's also actually a museum that is about glass, which is exhibiting a lot of kind of glasses. So yeah, this is a really good place to see that building from a different angle, I guess. This pathway also exhibits how they have been restoring this Dogo Onsen Honkan. So up until this last year, it's been repairing the inside, and then so it's interesting how that looks. It's when it was built at first, and then Taisho, Showa, Heisei, and Reiwa. That's nice. And then this one was very interesting. So like in the hot springs in this Dogo Onsen area, there are these hot water pots that has been used since Nara period, which is like 8th, 9th century, and then the design of these are very unique, it says. So you can't find these kind of things in other hot spring places in Japan. So it looks very cool. So across the street from this main onsen place, there's also a rest place where you can sit, and then you can also read the stuff about how this place has been restored also, and then using like a lot of materials from the older days. For example, this one is like a rule of how to bathe in a hot spring, which was written in during Edo period, Ansei 何年だろうな、Ansei 2年 1855. So somewhere says that you can't use the toothpicks inside the bathroom, and also you cannot spit in there, something like that. And it also says that the people who are doing like a Shikoku pilgrimage can stay in the hot springs here for 3 days, probably without money, without paying or something like that. So they are very much, how to say, treated very well from that era. And so here is also can't read his name again. Isaniwa Yukiya, the first mayor who devoted himself to restore this Honkan. So actually this Honkan, the current hot spring building was built in 1894, but before that there was some kind of hot springs facility there already, but it doesn't say. It's probably like built in, the original one was built in 1834, as far as I read all of these documents. And then so here's something interesting. So as I've said, it took a lot of money to restore, and then so this one is like the document, so that the mayor make a loan. That is like a document to prove that this Dogo Town made a loan from the bank in this Iyo area, Ehime prefecture, which is like kin 15,000 yen. So that's like 1/10 of the total cost of this project. And then this one is like after they restore the building, the main building, it's pretty much looking like the one that we have right now. And then the document below, this one is like advertisements about the hot spring, how much it costs for like each room, so something like that. So now I'm heading to the shrine. But the name, it's called Isaniwa Jinja. Yeah, Isaniwa Shrine. Dogo Shichigun Sun. It's said to be one of the 3 shrines that is using a Hachiman-zukuri. It's probably like a type of architecture that is applied to. And so here, Higashikigoto, Akai Tsubaki, Shiroi Tsubaki, Tochiki. So there's like Kawa Higashikigoto. He's one of the poet who is haiku are also very well known. Okay, so oh wow, that's pretty. Okay, it's Isaniwa Jinja, and it says So from here, this is a field of God, so you can't take dogs with you. Okay, be careful. So I think this stair is like 135 steps. So it's gonna take about a few minutes to get there at the top. Okay, well, that's what you get. Nice color, I think. Wow. Isaniwa shrine was built by Matsudaira Sadanaga, the lord of Matsuyama Han, in 1667. So to show his gratitude for success of archery on horseback. The shrine is called Hachiman style. It's rare even all over Japan and designed by the Department of Culture as an important cultural asset. Okay. Hachiman style. I wonder what the Hachiman style is about. Hachiman style. Hachiman zukuri. Even if I read that explanation, I can't really get what it is. But anyway, it's so gorgeous, I think, from this angle. Weather has become better. Finally, afternoon. It's like 3:30, and then you can get a very nice view from the after you walk up to the shrine. See, even being able to see the castle. So I guess it's tomorrow. I'll be seeing the castle as the weather is going to be better, I guess. Okay. Right. So now the time is what time is it? 10 minutes to 4. So I'm thinking of visiting a place called Yu Jinja, Yu Shrine. And then after that, I'll be stopping by the Glass Museum, which is open until 6 o'clock. Then after taking a walk of so long for a day, I'm gonna visit the Dogo Onsen Honkan so that I can take a rest there. Yeah, perfect plan, isn't it? So I was actually wondering where the shrine of this the hot water is, and then that's pretty much like right next to the facility behind the Pass of the Sky, where you can look down the Dogo Onsen Honkan. Then here, oh wow. So this Yujinja is the, as I've said, the second myth I talked about how this Dogo became a place for hot spring is that, so like there were two gods from Japanese myth, and one is なんだっけ少な彦な God and also お国主の御事 those two. Then 少な彦な御事 were healed. He got healed here. And then, so those are the deities of this shrine. Oh, looks very nice. It's not that big, but it's it looks good in shape, I think. Okay, I'm gonna worship here again, like I did in the Inani, the shrine that I just visited with a red color. Okay. So I'm on the way to the Museum of Glass, but I've just noticed that there's a hotel called Dogokan, and this building was designed by one of the most well-known architects in Japan called Kurokawa Kisho. I kind of like this, it's kind of monotonous in design, very flat, every floor, having like emphasizing all the flat lines, but it's straight. And but I like it. Yeah, it's very 重厚感がある。なんて言うんだ。It has a scale, I guess. Yeah, as a design. I wonder if I can see the inside, even though I'm not staying there. It's cool. It says it's a tile called Onigawara, literally meaning the tile looking like a demon. Oni in Japanese. Here's also a shoe. You can rest bathing your feet here. So as I said, I'm not staying in this hotel since I think it's a very nice price for one night. I think 2-3, but anyway. So the hotel man told me that I can look inside, and then here you can enjoy the very great view of this garden with this matsu. It's 300 years old. It's said to be 300 years old. Tsurukame. Wow, this is amazing, right? Okay. And I love the interior very much. Yeah, very classical style, and nice bases, and then very low sofa, which is pretty cool. And the color really matches the ground carpet. And then this like a river. It's a river. It's like a stream inside a hotel, like this. And then here, when you see this bridge, there's like something to resemble the waterfall. And then if you see it closely, it's not very decorative, but I mean, like, the material is very solid, but if you see it from the far, you can still see, like, get the feeling of the waterfall, which is pretty cool, I guess. I really like it. Nice place to stay. Yeah. Before leaving, I'm shooting the side view of the Dogokan, and then it kind of like the shape reminds me of the warship, like a fune, gunkan. As you know, from this, seeing that from here, it looks like the front part is like like the kind of like a ship, having all of these layers, straight layers. So yeah, I like that shape and the design. Okay, then next to this Dogokan, across one road, here is a museum about glass. Here it says Dogo Giyaman Glass Museum. Okay, let's go. So so I've been working for almost all day. Of course, taking rest sometimes, but going up and down. And then from here, to go inside. Wow, it's a very modern. I don't know. It looks like a garden. Then, what's that? Onsen Musubi. Okay. Garas Bijutsukan. Oh, here. Okay. Wow. Oh, nice. That's pretty, isn't it? So you can already enjoy the glasses in different colors and shapes and designs. Wow, nice. めっちゃいいじゃん。すごい。So this museum called Dogo Giyaman Glass Museum is having like a collection of more than 300 pieces of glasses made in during Edo period and the Meiji period. Giyaman means a glass, which is all the way of how to say that in Japanese. And these are all like, wow, beautiful. That's a lot. In that Dogo Onsen, Honkan, at the top below the heroine, you can see like the Giyaman glass looking in red. So that's the roots of this museum, why this was built, because of that, actually. Yeah. So like you can find all these glasses in different colors and sizes and the shapes. I like the blue color, like it's not too strong, but still, yeah, it's like a light blue. cerulean blue glasses, which was used in Meiji Taisho. Here's also stationaries and glass pens and ink pots, and also those are the ones that people put on the hair to ornamental hairpins. Wow, that's pretty hard. And those are the glass cups used in Showa period. I think the design, like shapes, are very, classic, and but at the same time it looks very modern. Yeah, I really like it. So I came back to this Dogo Onsen Honkan, and then just right next to it, I didn't realize, just realized that there's a place called Tamanoishi, and it's like a stone where, as I've said, there are two gods that is said to be the origin of this Dogo Onsen hot spring. They are Sukuna Hikuna Mikoto and Okuni no Mikoto. And then when the Sukuna Hiko no Mikoto was healed, he said to be stepping on a stone, and this one is said to be the one. So here's the drawing of that. So this one little one is called Sukuna Hikuna, god. So and then you pour that hot water on this stone. That's how people do. And then on the stone next to it, actually this one, there's like a tanka inscribed, and then this tanka meaning イオの湯の右側に立てる玉の石、これぞ神代の印なりける。I don't know the meaning, but anyway, so this tanka was sung in 17th century, so this was very old one actually. I have just bought a ticket to get inside the Dogo Onsen Honkan, and then the one that I bought is it's a ticket to go to the third floor, and then you can also rest in an individual room, and also you can also see the Ryushinden, which is like a bathroom for like emperors. So this says that this place, the oldest time that this place was used for hot spring was in 1635. Then these are the white heroine and the two gods. Wow, so many drawings. Natsume Souseki and Matsuyama Shiki. Okay, so I was told to go inside, and then すいません。はい、お願いします。
じゃあ、確認取れました。じゃあ、足元をつけてください。じゃあ、では3階にございます。階段急となっていますので、お気をつけください。いらっしゃいませ。
これ、坊ちゃんのまま行けるんですか？
大丈夫です。
The reason why I bought this ticket is that so you can not see what's okay. So here's like the individual rooms. どの部屋でもいいのかな？いいですか？はい。OK です。
タオルをお持ちしますので、少々お待ちください。
わお。すごい。贅沢ですね。So here you can stay 90 minutes. Wow. マジ疲れた。So I'm like so tired. I walked so much during today, and then so this ticket, I think the design is very good. So it's it's depicting, illustrating the like 3 floors of the hot springs. はい、すみません。
タオルをお持ちしました。 ちら
撮って大丈夫ですか？
あ、全然大丈夫、
はい、
こちらの会の方がですね、こちらの上の湯というお風呂とこちらの玉の湯というお風呂、どちらも入ることができるので、もしよかったら2つの種類のお風呂入ってみてください。
So here you can, she said, you can try 2 kinds of hot springs, and then after that you can also have a tea and then tea snack, and also you can look inside of this Yoshinden, which is also used for like Imperial Family. So and then also you can see how that like restrooms are like. There's like a ohiroma and a big room for resting in the second floor, so you can also see that as well. So if you buy a ticket for that second floor, you can try the 2 kinds of bathrooms, hot springs, but you cannot see this Yushinden, so that's why I chose this ticket. And then if you just want to take a hot spring, you can pay 700 yen, and then for the second floor version you can pay 1300 yen. And then あれいくらだっけ? Oh, so you can either pay 1300 yen or 2000 yen, but if you pay 2000 yen, it's like the time limit is like 60 minutes, so it's a little much more hasty. So that's why I chose, for the third floor. If you use third floor in the individual room, you pay 2500 yen, but you have 90 minutes to enjoy. Okay, so I have to change my clothing. I have just changed my clothing to yukata. Then yeah, this room is very nice. Oops. I was about to follow on my back. Yeah, it looks like this. Nice rooms. It's like that. Ishika.
はい。浜田の学校。はい。
おー。
入り口はこちら狭い学科になります。いらっしゃいませ。
So this is Tamanoyu, and then there's another hot spring. So let me try this one. Okay, じゃあ行ってきます。Okay, I just took a bus. Yeah, it's like all black. But anyway, it was really good. I mean, the temperature was at first when you touch it, you feel a little too hot, but when you bathe yourself, it's like the perfect temperature. So I loved it. I could have fallen asleep in the hot water. It was dangerous, so I just kept it short. So I'm going to the second hot spring that I can try, which isn't. So let's try. So another one is on the first floor. So you can choose to have this kaminoyu only for this hot spring if you pay 700 yen, I think. Okay, right here. So this is the second floor. Then it's pretty spacious. Okay. すいません、ありがとうございました。Oops. So I just took 2 kinds of hot spring, and as I said, I liked the first one better. It was it's much smaller than the second one I took. The second one is on the first floor. I called Kaminoyu, the God's hot spring, and it was like hot spring itself is like probably 4 meters by 6 meters. The size. And then the first one I took was Tamanoyu. And then that hot spring was probably 2 by 3-4 meters, so it's much smaller, but the temperature was best for me. I like the hotter one, so yeah, it was perfect. So then I have to do 2 more things here. So one is to check out the Yushinden, which is like a hot spring for Imperial Family, and then also I can have a tea and then tea snack in here. So I'm gonna check the Yushinden first. Ah, わかりました. So from now it's gonna be Yushinden, so you can only take photos So up until here you can take videos.
The Yu Shinden was constructed in 1899 as a private bus facility for the Imperial Family. Entry is through the Gonari Gate, which serves as the entrance to the Imperial Bath and only opens during Imperial visits. Inside, there are the Imperial Reception Room and the Throne Room. The reception room comes first, equipped with Tobe pottery hand warmers and confectionery containers. The wall paintings feature golden backgrounds with skylark and plover birds. Beyond that is the throne room, which only the emperor may use. It features wall paintings with golden backgrounds depicting phoenixes and Paulonia. There is also a hidden chamber for girls. I was then guided underground. I arrived at a space called the Cave Room, originally known as the Imperial Restroom. Here, the deteriorated silver foil was replaced. Next, I was shown to the Imperial Bath. While it hasn't been used since the latter half of the Showa period, both Emperor Taisho and Emperor Showa once bathed here. The bathtub was deeper than I expected, made of the highest quality granite called Aji stone. Viewed from the front, it features carvings of all Kuninushi no Mikoto and Sukuna Hikona no Mikoto, while there are stone steps leading down to the bath. For safety reasons, the Imperial family would change into their kimonos in the cave room and bathe while wearing them. As expected of an Imperial bath facility, it features both luxurious elements and simple aesthetics, creating a highly formal space that offered me the rare and valuable viewing experience.
So this is the ochagashi botchandango, which I had today already, but I'm gonna enjoy it. And then with tea, yeah. ぬるい。全然暖かくない。It's so lukewarm. It's not very hot actually. It's good. So I've done with everything I wanted to do in this Dogo Onsen Honkan. So it was a very pleasant stay. So there was one thing I forgot to mention. So about the hot springs, I bathed two kinds of hot springs. As I've said, so the one that I liked more was Tamanoyu, since the hot temperature was very good. But the Kaminoyu, the God's hot spring, another one, the ornaments were much better inside. You know, on the back of the hot spring there was like a big wall with the illustration of a heroine, and also at the center of the hot spring there was like a yugama. How do you say it? I forgot. Hot water pot where that hot water comes out. Then that decoration was very unique, having like a someone probably sacred, you know, being kind of chubby and like a bald hair, and then who is also having a small person of himself like in his front, and then having like a two on his both sides there was Chinese character inscription of the Chinese characters, so which looked really unique, and I really kind of liked it. So but anyway, so like the interior was great for that God's hot spring, but the temperature was far better for that Tamanoyu. So if you have a chance, I recommend you try both and then see which one you like better. So anyway, I had a really long day, explored a lot, and so tomorrow I am thinking of visiting the so since the weather is going to be better, I think I'm going to see the castle, and then there's also a place to visit around the castle as well. So yeah, I'm gonna explore that area tomorrow. So thank you for watching. Today I'm kind of, tired at many points, so my talk wasn't very smooth, I think. But anyway, but I hope you enjoyed it. So see you tomorrow. Bye bye.